Well, this is an easy game, mate. 2 from 2, no problems.
Yeah, it's been good. Like, I don't think we've played our best footy yet, but it's been nice to sort of find ways to win over the first couple of weeks. But obviously, extremely tough competition that we're in. We're seeing unusual and inconsistent results from week in, week out with other teams as well. So it's nice to be 2-0, but understanding there's a fair bit for us to improve on.
Having the 2 wins, does that now put a lot of pressure on your back? Or?
No, not really. I think it sort of relieves the pressure, like the monkey's off the back a little bit in terms of getting a win nice and early. So, yeah, I suppose when you win, it's sort of you put it in the rear vision mirror pretty quickly and you jump on to next week. So we're sort of looking forward to the opportunity to go to Frankston in a hostile environment and play them.
To do it without Robbie and Geordie the other day too, how good's that? 2 of your better players not in there and you're still getting the job done?
Yeah, that's what's been fantastic. Like, I think if you look across the course of our 2 games, we had very even contribution from all 23 players. Like, you know, obviously in game 1, Sam and the boys got off the chain in the forward line. Jed Hagan, I couldn't even think of his name then. Yeah, got that. But then on the weekend, it's Jai Menzies and Caleb Mitchell were outstanding as well. So we've had really good contribution from all players across each line.
What pleased you most about the other day's game, I guess, apart from that team effort? What else pleased you?
I thought our contest stuff was better. Like, we got pantsed essentially against Coburg, but to come out and equalise around contest in our ground ball game was really good. So we're pleased with that. And there was also some exciting stuff around our offensive transition. Like, that was something that we spoke about a lot leading into this game on a bigger ground. I thought there were some really good signs of that after half time.
Do you think the home ground advantages helped a little bit? And I guess moving forward when you're not home, do you think that will play a part as well?
Oh, the crowd. Like, obviously, round 1 and round 2, I think we had, with both crowds together, I think there's 16,000. That's been outstanding. Like, it's been fantastic to see the support both in the north and in the south as well. So no doubt it's going to be a different feeling this weekend. Like, we're not going to have that home ground support. It's a hostile environment. They'll have a big support network there. So that's a really exciting challenge for us. We need to embrace that and step into it.
Is there a concern at all about closing out quarters? A couple of times throughout the first 2 games there have been red time goals in opposition. Is there concern about it at all?
Yeah, really good question. We've probably had trouble at the back end of quarters, so whether that's a system-based thing or whether it's a mindset-based thing, not too sure. Like, I think I've got no issues in terms of the conditioning and where the group's out. Like, we ran out the game extremely well on one of the biggest grounds in Australia on the weekend, so it's nothing around our conditioning. It might be a bit of a mindset thing or a structural thing that we need to look at.
It's a good sign that you can play, like Utah's obviously been an open field. You can have that more run and hamper where North Melbourne was a lot more congested. It's great that your players can adapt to that and different ground. Yeah, 100%. Like, as I said before, like in round 1, our tackle pressure and our ability to swarm in defence was outstanding. It essentially won us the game. And then, you know, on the weekend, as I said before, like, I was really excited by some of our offensive transition. Yes, it was a little bit disconnected early on in the game, especially through the first half, but I thought after half time we've seen some of the fruits of our work over the last few weeks in that phase.
What about when you were challenged, holding off that challenge, I guess, and being able to hold on for the win?
Yeah, like, I think I've said it previously before, but the one thing as a coach is, like, in the pre-season we feel like we had good talent and they were well prepared, but you sort of don't know how the group's going to go until they get challenged, and the reality is they've been obviously faced a lot of momentum swings throughout the course of the last 2 weeks, and they've been able to sort of bite down on their mouth guard and work as a collective together, which has been really pleasing.
What's the situation with Robbie? I mean, you've got a break coming up after this game. Give him that extra week and try and get himself 100%, or do you bring him back this week?
No, look, if he trains fully this week, he'll be available for selection on Friday. It's probably, I think it was a 12 to 24 day injury. I think by the time we get to Friday, it's about 27, 28 days. So, as I said before, if he gets through and the medical staff and Robbie's content that he's ready to go, then he'll play this weekend and be available for selection.
Geordie as well?
Geordie will be back post-buys, as well as Cam Owen.
Any other injury concerns over the weekend?
No, touch wood, I'm pretty sure we're all good on the injury front.
So what changes could you potentially make if Robbie comes back? Who's likely to come out at this early stage?
Yeah, good question. Like, once we get through training tonight, Breno, make sure that they're all injury-free, then we'll sort of make an assessment around match committee on Wednesday.
Tell us about a couple of changes you made on the weekend. Daniel obviously that early goal, which was good to see. And yeah, obviously Rory coming in too.
Yeah, we just felt like on the bigger ground we wanted to make some adjustment with our starting 18. So it was good to give two opportunities to Rory and Daniel, and I thought they both had moments throughout the game and provided something a little bit different for us, because we were a little bit worried about going to UTAS. The differential between North Hobart and UTAS is obviously significant in terms of, you know, the metres per minute the player's going to have to cover, and both of those boys have really good running ability.